Okay, I am actually back on the. Oh yeah, I think I never switched the profile. I never switched the profile when it went this time now, and I did switch the profile, I think on Thursday or something when I had problems. Those were YouTube being YouTube at times. So I'm running my usual profile. The normal RTPMS server and also the normal primary server, which is the usual thing I do. Alright then. Run the cable back. Yeah, right, okay. Well then, there are some things to do in this. Getting ACC up and running, getting on that server. ACC is not on my recent games list. I've also... I think it wasn't on Saturday, it was probably on No, I didn't drive on Friday, I drove on Thursday. One of those days I did just about go over the 1,000-hour mark. So I think it was on Thursday I went over, because I only drove for like 2 hours on Saturday. And it's like now at 1,002. I mean, yeah, accumulate hours, but like not actually that fast. I think this is okay. Do they have them over primary? I think they might. Check. Raise. Alright, you can search for RCI motor and it should return a server, I think. Right, yeah, it has the primary car, which means I need to change the car. Not this one, we need this one. The difficulty that is not seen here in this case is that I have the femboy car, I have the flat is justice by Team Iris, I have the flat out racing by Team Iris, this is the one that I need to use due to the logos and the front stuff, and then I have the Vishojo flat out racing by Iris. Yeah. But this is a problem that I've created myself. The only person that falls for this mess is me. I will admit perfectly being at fault for this utter disaster. So we'll let this here as a dry set. We're just gonna... On the other hand, these setups aren't like that great, I think, anymore. I have to say, I think I'm just gonna use an old dry set and make it wet. Ew. I had to go for it, I'm sorry. It had to happen. That is painfully bad. I think about 25 PSI, something like that, probably. The car is pretty good at warming its tires up. Well, I think it's wet, it's probably not that wet. Well, we're gonna figure that out very quickly. Brake bias, maximum rear wheels, no questions asked, we're gonna just do that. Rear wing at 2, I think is fine. Brake ducts at 4 and 3. I feel like it might be actually even a bit open, but I think we're fine. But I'm gonna just drive it, I think, at this point. Then windscreen wiper, ring lights, headlights. I think there's a bit more water down. Which probably means we need a bit more pressure into the tires. We can go by. Let's see how well we do in these conditions. Oh, there's actually some oversteer on the brakes. It's a bit impressive. God, this is crazy. But it just doesn't want to die. Look at it, it holds its slide with such ease. I mean, it's slow, don't get me wrong, like the guy is just running from me like there's no tomorrow, but like, it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. God, they might have killed this car, but it's still a lot of fun. It wants to go so much oversteer mid-corner, it's a bit odd. Like, yeah, it has oversteer into corners, which is already strange enough considering usually this car is prone to locking the fronts under wet conditions. Maybe it's still just too much reverse bias. But I mean, people just finding grip out of nowhere would also not be something completely new for me. Maybe I need to actually use more rear wing to this. Because yeah, this is, I think, a bit too much oversteer. You don't say. Like you could control it, but it's... Whoa, 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 whoa. It just does not want to stop destabilizing itself. It's insane. Driving this is absolute insanity, and like, I'm miles off the pace for sure. That's not even a question. Not even an answer. Jack, I think the tire pressure's up by 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 at least on the rear. Fronts seem to be more up there. So 1, I think, on the fronts. Maybe at 1.7 on the rears. We're running a good amount of tow already on the rear. Maybe run more camber, I don't know, to stabilize a little bit. It was already strange enough in... what's it called? Valencia, when the car was pretty unstable there. Okay, stiffen the bump dampeners on the front. Soften the bump dampeners on the rear. Put a click of rear wing in there and perhaps jack the front right out up slightly. I've also softened the rear suspension. Just throw the fucking kitchen sink at it and try to see what I can do. Get this thing to do whatever I actually wanted to do. And not every other second attempt to commit murder on me. Because that would be pretty neat. Kid still wants to oversteer in this corner for no reason. We're waiting for the tires to finish warming up. Feels not like it's not going full throttle right now. I would say this has improved the handling, softening the rear springs and all of the other changes together to get it to stop completely murdering me every other second. That was not smart, however. That was GT3 breaking point for turn 1. That's not quite right. Still, that section wants to, for some reason, cause oversteer. As far as I know, I can't put ARB into the front with this car. You can only add ARB in the back of the car. So in case you have an instability with... if you have too much understeer in this car, you can add more oversteer. Which in the past I've only used on one circuit, and it was Hungaroring. And one time at Bathurst, which didn't turn out too well. I mean, it was okay-ish, but like not great enough to justify doing it. I'll probably avoid being not enough. Yeah, just a 58, Jesus. I mean, 2 seconds off the pace, I would say not too bad, but probably the conditions were better at the end of the session now. Yeah, I mean, there's a bit of time there. Immediately. Also, I'm driving a bit less fuel than actually in the race. So there's that. And then I just dropped all the time by making a slight mistake in one corner. Guess you could say that. Yeah, the thing just wants to oversteer constantly. Jesus. Sometimes this thing is so unstable. But because it's only really the high-speed corners, I can just add wang, I guess, to get it to calm down finally. Although it will hurt my top speed, which, considering we're on a single car grid, that can hurt quite a bit. Maybe it's differential problems as well. It's just increased the preload diff. I don't know if increasing it can fix anything or help at all. Right, 20 liters of fuel into the car. It's AMS anyway right now. At first. Practice. Well, the gear is fast. Yeah, about 6 times faster in the first sector than me. Middle sector about a second faster, and final sector another 8 tenths faster. Why some people do that, I do not quite get. Not to say that guy doesn't drive in a cockpit cab. Guess he just refused to turn the windscreen wipers on. Well, this guy doesn't have his rain light on yet. This guy has it. This guy has it. This guy doesn't. This guy has it. This guy has the rain light on and general lighting. Also as well. General lighting and rain light. Car 36 was disqualified. Oh, there's another car also out on track, which shouldn't be. This is the 222, and boom! He couldn't even spin out in turn 1. He had one job, and that is not drive out during AM qualifying. And he promptly violated that. Yeah, this guy hasn't turned any lights on. And neither is this guy. This guy has them on. This guy. He has his windscreen wiper at least on. The last AM's heading out. The rain should be increasing actually throughout the session. That's gonna be fun. Well, it's increasing. Yeah, I mean, the next 10 minutes is within that session. It's a 20-minute session. We won't hit the increase in 30 minutes, but like the increase for the next 10 is definitely hitting us. The medium rain intensifying. I think SimHub now includes... Well, I don't know if I've updated up to the new enough version for it to actually include this, but I thought SimHub now includes the properties for... Oh, I haven't put on my pulse... Thanks, I didn't notice that. For weather from ACC. Well, doesn't seem to be fun. The weather term. Rain. Ah, rain intensity. You can actually grab it. It says light rain, which is technically wrong. This is definitely not the light rain. This is the... I guess maybe there's a stage of drizzle or something for the what I usually refer to as light rain. Interesting. But yeah, current rain intensity says ACC light rain. I should probably put that onto dash at this point to visualize. For your means. Or also have an alert when the upcoming weather conditions change. Because that could be useful. Yeah. So. Alright then. So, what are people doing laptop-wise right now? That's vaguely interesting. 56s right now. I mean, that's still faster than what I did, so I have to step my game up a bit. Zutphen, the car, Smith, counts close together in terms of time, but like, actually, K-Boss and Q Quinn and C Quinn have matched the same lap times. That's highly interesting. They both put in a 1:58.025. Although K-Boss is classified in front of the other guy. Probably due to the fourth digit that we can't see. Yeah, K-Boss was slow in the third sector, but had a faster first sector in comparison. For like 2/10. Middle sector is very equal. The K-Boss slightly slower, and then fun sector. Quinn just going sub 35, while K-Boss came in for 35.185. Which produced a time. Moving the benchmark a bit further down, as Smith had actually jumped Carl just about. There's only 2 minutes 25 on the clock remaining, so from the AM field is going to be made relatively soon. I mean, up to P7 it's relatively tight within 2 seconds. Relatively, I say. But then it's like Ireland with 4.5 seconds off the pace, and then Combo with 5.7 seconds of provisional AM pole position. Well, he has had enough apparently, and is just gonna call it. Fair enough, I suppose. If you don't think you're gonna suddenly find like 2 seconds, then there isn't much of a point really. I can definitely understand that, so slightly. So 1 minute 30, then we drive. Finally. First these guys will come by again, I think. He's further up the road actually. Definitely some fighting with the car. Woo! Man. He used to not be that oversteer. I guess he didn't improve. He's calling it now. Oh, there's technically enough time to do another run, so. Smith is also coasting out, he's calling it. And Carl is jumping further up, and he's also backing out. They all had time technically to do another run, but like they all decided to just call it. Yeah, NK was pulled over. All of the AM cars besides Ireland have pulled over. It's not gonna make it to the line in time. Right. That's the timer. I think it's essential for these high-speed corners to just stay on the throttle, else the rear end unloads.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
I say that and then the rear end still decides to unload. That's too important right now. Right now it's just out lap. Once it does make quite a lot of sense to actually give yourself a bit of a gap. Because you never know if your guy in front of you goes quite a lot slower suddenly. Still got the rears to lock first. I mean, technically also not too much of a surprise because we are running softer suspension on the rear and taking measure to stop the car from actually unloading the rear axle. Actually, what is it then?
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Yeah, softer spring should not lead to more rear locking. You can take this nearly flat.
Yellow flag ahead, Maserati in front.
As weird as it is, they kind of make the Maserati a decent wet car.
Well done, mate.
9. But we're still behind some AM drivers, but we only put in a 56.9. But part, that's what the worsening conditions are doing for us.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Can only hope that due to more cars being on track that we might move more water out of the way. That was not smart. Some more momentum there. Nice. I'm really driving the same pace as the car right in front of me. Up gear's fine now. Some time there.
Yellow flag ahead, charging front. Well done, mate. Personal best.
I'm actually not doing too badly, I would say. Not particularly the fastest run for someone.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Maybe a bit more forward bias. But locking the rear so much that it might just be worth it. Stay fourth here. Car can do it. Now that's nice.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Yellow flag ahead, charging front.
Braking more or less in the middle of the track, which is not how you're supposed to do it. It did lock the fronts though. Problem is it locks both fronts and rears. So just moving the brake bias forward does not fix anything. Not quite faster than Turnberg. We're all going faster slightly. I'm ruining my exits more and more out of this corner. The needle to overdriving this car is very slim in these conditions, it feels like.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
And sometimes you can totally get away with overdriving it a bit. last lap. Down onto the line.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
Fourth!
Session is now over.
Provisional fourth, Jesus. Fifth, okay. Let's see how the times come in. Yeah, I think the track did dry out, I would say. There towards the end. Man, against some of these really good guys to come in that well? That is honestly even for me impressive. Yeah, a few people still. Well, you have completed your... Oh yeah, Phillips is actually the pole sitter right now. How much is he gonna improve? Yeah, he moved the goalpost like another 2/10 down the road. Few people left that haven't completed their qualifying left, like Kingston Lee and K Black. And how the AM drivers are just like dotted throughout the pro field. AM pole sitter in P8, but I think this is in part due to how the qualifying session went as well. In fact, it was wetter for us, I would say, for the most part. I think I got 5th here. That is honestly really impressive, and I did not expect this after the opening 2 rounds. I think we finished 12th in...
Alright, there is some rain in this session, so watch out for slippery curves.
Where are you? Some rain is an understatement, I think. How much fuel do I need for this race? Because it reset my fuel count again. There's 2.5 liters estimated per lap. I think that's probably a bit of an ambitiously high number. I think I will just take 80 and... it's an hour long race. 80? Yeah, on the other end it's wet. I think 85, let's just take 85 and then we'll just take a liter more or less just to finish off. We'll take what's needed. It's hard to decide what fuel you end up taking. Actually, we have enough time, we can just check backwards on the stream and see what my fuel numbers were. If the resolution of the stream wouldn't be nothing, could you please actually give me 1080p? 720p as requested, thanks. That's 2.3 liters, it says right there. Going up towards the end of the lap. Yeah, 2.26. So it's about 2.3 liters, it seems, in qualifying. So how much does that mean actually for the race? Well, the problem is with predicting wet condition fuel loads is a bit... You don't know how fast the lap times are gonna be. It can be wildly faster than qualifying. In dry, you usually get what you get. In quali, people don't get faster in the race usually. Usually, that is. There's very few exceptions. Except when those exceptions come for you. I think I calculated 55 divided by 60. Yeah, I did. Right. So that is, and then 60 divided by 1.91 is then 32 laps. Let's make that 33. And that times 2.3 liters per lap, and that's 75 liters. Keep it going down to 80, I think. I think we should be fine on 80. So 81 liters into the fuel tank. Right. Yes, we do need the mandatory refuel. But compared to the remaining races of this season in terms of tires, I think we're gonna be fine without changing them. I think we're gonna be fine on that front. Just... I think we're gonna be fine, yeah. And maybe I can apply some of the learnings here from the wet driving into the dry. And bring the Maserati back from the dead. But that is ambitious. I mean, part of the problem is a bit of its handling, but like the major problem is it just eats tires, and yeah. If you're the only one that suffers from that problem, you're kind of screwed. I mean, it's probably not gonna be only the Maserati suffering from tire issues in GT4. I think the McLaren and the Alpine are probably gonna not do particularly hot either.
30 seconds.
Pun have been intended. Because they're gonna run their tires hot.
Stay single file.
That Cayman maybe makes a comeback, although it could also just start destroying its tires. Or the Crossbow might just suddenly become a really good car. Because the physics update might make the Crossbow viable. Because it fixes its problems with just randomly launching the player into orbit. Because it doesn't like you. And when you suddenly have better handling of the suspension, it might finally alleviate the problems of the Crossbow. And if that does so, then it's a great day for the Crossbow finally. Because its buff should make it then finally vaguely, after having been buffed in the GT4 BOP update, it should now be finally vaguely powerful. So maybe I have to switch from my beloved Maserati back to my ex. Yeah. Not something I thought it would happen, but oh well. It might happen for GT4 racing. Let's face it, GT4 gonna probably remains. I mean, GT3s feels better to drive now finally, they feel nice. It's one of the reasons I've been driving GT4 for so long, because it feels better to drive. Although, the BOP being relatively garbage in GT3 still makes it not particularly nice to drive. It's like, if you don't show up with the right car on the track, you just get mullered completely. They're just gonna be faster everywhere than you. On GT4, if I show up on except it's Monza, it's like, if I show up even at like Circuit of the Americas, but this car doesn't quite work well at all. It's like, I can still drive circles around like a McLaren in the S section. It's hilarious fun due to this, because of how GT4 interplays. You can have cars that completely outperform the other one in one sector, and it just suddenly comes together at the end of the lap. Sure, there's probably better, and there's also less people min-maxing this shit, which is the major thing of GT4. There's less obnoxious people. I like it. Maybe if all the GT4 cars start suddenly eating their tires, like maybe the MUQU is also not particularly great on tires. Isn't a notorious understeer machine, so I have seen it started being used despite it being only really good on a couple of tracks. Yes, I'm not excusing GT4's BOP in terms of some tracks being utterly terrible. Like, you know, not Spa, Watkins Glen for the Maserati. All the IGTC tracks for the MUQU. But not the best reaction there. Whatever.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Yui.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, let's just settle in for now. I think the usual is gonna happen that these guys are back like really fucking quick, and I'm just here to make up the numbers more or less. But hey, this car's not easy to drive in these conditions. So I don't think too many people in top 5 are gonna slip up. Not impossible, but when you had already a wet qualifying, they're usually not gonna mess up then the race as well. Oh, and I accuse them of making mistakes, and then I make massive mistakes. 2 in a row, in fact. Can I not get away with not going defensive? I think I can. Just... Hello, cow, would you kindly not murder me, please? You worked so nicely in qualifying, would you keep up that performance, please? Is from the guys in front. So yeah, we're doing quality pace in the race. Honestly, not much of a surprise there. Oh, this guy's wide. But I don't. I'm just a bit too far back to make a move on him. Such a gamble driving over that curb. Phew. Both was a bit wide there. I'm seemingly stuck with 57s. Oh, if I touch the curb, the thing wants to immediately spin. He can just run it like there's nothing, but like for me, it's like it wants to immediately start spinning. He is pushing out. That's because the guys in front of him are escaping faster than he is escaping from me. I'm surprised they're actually doing 55s now. That's quite intimidatingly fast. Yeah.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
That was completely unnecessary. I mean, I got away with it effectively, but like, it always seems that corner could have like not happened and it would have been better. Well, I had built a decent gap on the car behind. Let's see if we can build it again. Although closing down the guy in front probably won't happen. I don't know if I can even build the gap behind. He might have been previously slowed down by other cars. That freaking sandbagger is in P7 overall. This lap has been to be forgotten. Don't hit me. I've had enough problems this lap. Don't need a spin to be one of them as well. calculator there. I think conditions might be improving. Really not the case of like the rain has been static basically, but oh! Well, if I didn't have my moment last lap, I would be in front of that guy. And that was P3, I think, P2, something like that. One of the two. Oh well, but I've been just making too many mistakes here. Making me more surprised that I'm still P5. Starting to have someone very hungry behind me. Rain intensity should be decreasing in 30 minutes. Slightly. Seems to be overdriving a bit right now. What we also get is Polyakov closing in behind us. And I don't like that. He seems to be genuinely closing the gap there. Might be some fast guy who didn't have luck in qualifying. Not making his way to the front. Yeah, 55.6, Jesus. Yeah, that's a fast guy coming up. That's fun. The opening laps my pace was pretty decent, but like now all of a sudden everybody seems to just have found their rhythm and is driving away from me. I'm really good at adapting, but if there's nothing to adapt to, everybody else just optimizes further than I can ever optimize. That's the frustrating part. Everybody in their unkept potential for improvement, while I just constantly have a fucking ceiling. Get a boost to the skillful, but like they don't have a ceiling, so they just keep going and start driving. Oh, there's a spinner.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Yui, that was. If he hadn't reversed, I would have hit him. No questions asked, I fucked that up. Brake too late for that corner. Well, this technically makes it the podium in front of me. I don't get complacent. Last time I was on a podium position, my internet decided to die, so... Oh, car behind me got a 5-second penalty. Now that's fun. Oh, there's Polyakov. I see. He had already gotten by the other guy. Don't know if the penalty is for the contact with him, or if there was no contact. What is in any case clear is that he has a 5-second penalty. While he's significantly faster than me, he just have to stay close enough to him. And he won't escape, but like, well... He can just wait for his penalty to serve it. Or jump immediately into the pits to get rid of me. Either's a fine option.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Okay, ooh, I was sure that the guy was gone. Never mind then. He completely overshot the corner and Polyakov is nearly overshooting the braking completely. Just would like some slipstream, man. Because that guy behind me seems to be like business. I love it when these aliens just have magic speed and can drive and have always grip. God love it. You drive a decent line of a corner and they still find like a fucking 10 on you. Why do you qualify so low down?
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
But there's just no chance fighting that guy. Daily is a bit too fast for me. Rank back behind us. He was running in P4 beforehand. I think the original order has been in part restored, besides the rank has been replaced by Polyakov. At the pace that guy is going, he's gonna have his 5 seconds before he pits. Again, he can just pit at the last lap. Not quite. He has to pit a bit before that, but basically, he can pit on the last lap. Oh, come on, Polyakov. How stupid are you? That was completely unnecessary.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
You had that guy. You did not need to fucking dive bomb that guy. Come on. I hope they give you another penalty for that shit, because that's just not...
Behind to the car in front.
That shouldn't fly. Don't pass into the fucking chicane like that when you have no overlap, basically. Oh, he makes a mistake there. But I'm a bit too far back to profit of it. But he clearly does some naughty driving there. At the moment I would prefer if he picks up slightly the pace so I can run without being interfered with him. I don't understand, like, he'd raced me cleanly when I stayed around the outside of that corner, which is a fucking nuts move to do. He gave me enough room. Like, I went sideways, but that was because I drove on the curb myself. Really, you have to. It's like, that corner's awkward enough to drive sideways. Side by side, but you have to have a full overlap there. It's not enough to have your nose in for that specific corner. Yeah, that guy holds the fastest lap of the race right now. Just to give an idea of how fast he is. How much does it say I need in terms of fuel? None. I have 9 liters extra. He's pushing so goddamn hard right now. Do you really think you can actually catch the nearing? Like, your only goal is getting away from me, frankly. Like... And technically the guy who you've robbed of position in a bit of a spectacular way. You're escaping at such a rate from me that I'm just... that the risks you're going are kind of unnecessary, frankly. Although you're probably maybe expecting more penalties to come for you, so I guess at that point it might become a problem. When you're escaping at 2 seconds a lap, if you just go a bit slower at a second per lap, not 2 seconds. Actually, that's not that much. I also can't escape from the guy behind me directly, which is fun. He just matches me perfectly. 55 from the guy in front, I'm doing the 56.3. Yeah, and the 2 guys behind me are actually slightly faster. Smidge, but slightly. That was a back marker. I don't know if I'm improving or the track conditions are improving or just the car's changing because 4th gear is more comfortable suddenly through that corner. Lap time wise the car is definitely not improving, well, lapping the exact same times constantly. Fortunately the guys behind me are going slightly faster while doing so. And obviously an open question as to where what the guy that has that's pitted already is right now. What he is doing in terms of lap times. Now risk he's running is that he is in traffic, so there's that. Convert later there. I'm very consistent right now. It's sufficient with me. Files here at this point, nearly 4 seconds. That's about the mistake probably the guy behind me did last lap in terms of time loss. Hello car. Can you slow down? And that guy again. It was the guy who spun in front of us. The back mark, I mean. I just realized how little that did down. Oh, the guy that spun in front of us looked wild. There's a bunch of guys who had spun in front of us. So far in the race. Not a bunch, a handful. More than one. Rain apparently should be decreasing in intensity for the next 30 minutes.
Falling behind to the car in front in sector 3. Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
That was a pretty decent lap. I'm actually closing in on sub 56. Although I don't expect it to actually hit that. Maybe. I mean, the rain is flattening out, so we might see conditions improve just enough for that to happen. Oh fuck. Not good. I built a decent gap, but then I freaking jump a curb. He's driving this corner so much faster than me for some reason. No, I'm just sitting on the apex there.
Car on the left. Clear on the
Not
left.
giving you an inch. No, no.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Oh, I haven't seen that before.
Slow car ahead.
My chat disconnected. I haven't dropped a single frame, or at least as far as I can see, not.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Let me give you room, because you also sneaked by there. Gonna defend? No, we're not gonna. I did get slowed down. Car 18. It's not someone I not me. 140. This time around I suddenly have more grip than him. No, no!
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, come on.
Car on the right.
It's falling apart right now.
Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Am I clear of him, really? Ooh, I slightly lifted out of confidence and... Oh fuck, why did my brakes not work? What happened there? Did he not... Wasn't he able to put the power down? What happened? He suddenly couldn't exit the corner. That's strange. Because I expected him to be alongside, but I guess he got oversteer. Oh, he got hit, maybe, from Kumpu. Because Kumpu was also spun around there. Maybe Kumpu slipped up and hit him. But we've cost each other a lot of time. It probably means that whoever the other guy was is gonna cycle out in front of us again after the pit stop. Because that tussle cost a lot of time. But I ain't giving up that easily. I know I can keep this position. Oh, come on! Why is it oversteering now so much?
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on
Got
the right.
suddenly a massive... Ooh, 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 ooh. That's not good. I was blind. But yeah, why am I getting so much oversteer all of a sudden? It's so annoying. Like, that position did not have to be spent. After it's annoying, I just couldn't do anything about it. Because the oversteer just kept happening and kept happening. And the car just wanted to fucking step out every other corner. And the brakes so much. It's also the problem. It's like I just cost myself time everywhere. Both of the positions I gained for these guys making mistakes, I've probably lost. And obviously Polyakov is just way too fast for anyone, so he's just gone. Frustrating. You qualify P5 and you get out to P6 because you just keep making mistakes even more than your opponents that already make them. Somehow. Like, they made the worst ones, but it's just I make them in the fucking wrong time. And then they suddenly get pi and they just escape. Now you're working suddenly through this corner, but before you just wanted to pack up and leave. And now he has a fucking 1.2 seconds and is just driving away because his car suddenly works. Again. God, I hate this. When this fucking keeps happening. Thanks, YouTube, for disconnecting my stream chat regularly. Not like anybody's typing anyway, but like it's just... It's very irritating that this is happening. Because I do have internet still. Everything else is working. And irritatingly enough, this is usually the last thing to go. Those things time out like after a freaking hour or so. Not quite, but like you can wait eons on it timing out. Yeah, he got the fucking 55 that I've been trying to get. God damn it. That's the lap time I wanted. Said, oh yeah, it's drying off, so I might actually score that lap. And I was just like, nah. What do you get? A position loss. That's what you get. Oh yeah, but... ah, gotta love it. Gotta love it. You might be driving wide line through there, but like, he just will get away with it. Like, all of them will get away with basically everything. Shouldn't say that. He did spin earlier. If you do the wrong entry there, it will just fucking throw you sideways for no reason. Thanks, Ska. I appreciate your absolute non-effort in exiting the corner properly. Have a particularly not a particularly great lap this time around. It is like this. It will freaking deny me 55s. It will always do so. The freaking second barriers will always come in and just be like, no. You will be precisely denied going one down. This lap is slower than the last one. At least so far. So this section is a lot faster because I have less oversteer. You get more control through there and it's still not faster. At some point coming into the pits. Guarantee it's gonna not be quite enough to get the time, isn't it? It was. Right, I can change tires off. Can't see actually when the pit window ends, so I should probably... Ooh. Hello car, you put one decent lap in and there's no excuse to suddenly start murdering me. Let's come in and actually do the pit stop at this point. God damn it, like... his mistakes, oh yeah, I lose a 10 for so, like... my mistakes, lose half a fucking second immediately. Hello car, would you kindly stop oversteering so goddamn much? He's getting held up a bit. Although I'm not gaining at all on him somehow. I don't know if that's a particularly good run for the pit lane so far. Oh, it didn't stall out, you fucking dipshit car. It took a second. I had to press it a second longer and it just didn't stall out properly. Come on. It's frustrating. And there goes. Oh. That was stupid from me. And another chat disconnect. Luckily I didn't stall the car out while I'm driving on full throttle. Hello car, please, 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 please! Fucking hell, make the corner! I think right now I'm the highest up car that has done his pit stop. Although that ride out was just the last thing I fucking needed. With brake pads further and further forward, so it just stops locking the rear tires constantly. Time losses there in the pit stop in general were quite something, so I don't think I'm gonna particularly cover that. But it seems that I might just end up P5 here out of this entire mess, because the other guy is just gone. I don't know what happened to him. He's done his pit stop early. Come on, shitbox. He's just nowhere to be found right now. Oh man. He saw me. Good. Thanks. I'm waiting for Ranker to pit, although he will cycle at I think like multiple seconds in front of me. That's right. He has good pace and, well, as long as he's not held up in traffic. At least it happens rarely here. Most of the traffic jumps out of the way. I don't have anything with your business to do. Oh yeah, he's I think already out there. Yeah, Lorenko, 7 seconds ahead. Man, he's in turn 1 already. And passing the other guy. God. That's how awful my pit stop was. Like a completely unmitigated disaster that this guy got like 6 seconds in front of me. That failure to stall out and then mistakes and still that's a lot. That guy must have also gotten some power laps in.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Like I came in like 1.6 seconds behind and he's now 6 in front. What an unmitigated disaster. Hey, you wrote a chat message while my chat is actually connected. Hello there. Hey, here's the RCI staff that is awfully slow. It acts like he knows something. I haven't spun. My competitors have spun, like Lorenk. Well, but he's still just been... I've still made mistakes that weren't quite spins, that were enough to let him back by. So that's not been so great. Still, we should probably end up roughly P5 once the pit stops are finished finally. Which is where I started, so no net loss, hopefully. Hopefully it is.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 1.
If you come to think of it, I might be under danger because I'm so far behind Lorenk that the guy that was behind me prior to my pit stop is actually probably in front of me, compensating for pit cycle. Oh, that's not good. Come on, car, please make this corner. I would like you to actually do that. I mean, there's a reason why I said rain again. I mean, I'm having Snowden flashbacks, but in good ways. Snowden was not particularly bad for me. Although there also I dug my grave kind of by making too many freaking mistakes. And there was one spin. And otherwise I didn't make any mistakes. It's just a German telecom that made a mistake at the end of the race. I mean, how well did you actually do in Staten? I don't remember where you finished. I'm classified 21st after the entire yes. Oh yeah, there's Kumpo. There's Kumpo, that's for position. That guy that's coming out of the pits there. Fuck! And he's gonna get away with it as well. Please, Carl, put up a fucking fight. Ah, and then my car slides. Fuck! Well, that's P5 gone. And I guarantee the guy is gonna find some fucking magic pace out of his ass to finish. And we have only 4 minutes! Come on, Carl, get off the fucking track. Like, why haven't you pitted yet? You're kind of out of time. How the fuck did I outclassify you by DNFing like 6 minutes before the end? Or wait, did you?
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Wait, did you drive
Car on the right.
in the VTuber GT or did you drive in the other series?
Clear on the right.
Because I only drove in the VTuber GT, so... Yeah, making 1.5 seconds of a fun journey. I haven't made any ground up, I've just gotten by the traffic that I'd yet to pit. Too much whispering. I mean, the thing is with the telecom and Vodafone being the meme of bad internet, it's like, who else is out there who's supplying more than 5 people? That's interesting, considering, again, I was classified 21st. I did check on the official broadcast when the result page came up. And once I had internet again. God damn it, he's fucking getting gap again. Come on, stumble over yourself a bit. Give me a fucking fighting chance. It's so unfair. Top 5 would be nice, but the guy just fucking sneaked it. Getting out snuck. It's kind of annoying. By 2 drivers is. You sat in the pits for 16 minutes. Why? I guess as an alternative to retiring outright. Right, 1 second, but like that's like 2/10 gained on this lap, despite. Well, actually a bit more, but I've just put the fastest lap of myself in there, and the guy is lapping 55, so that's not a slouch either. No, 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 no. Oh, he's a bit sideways there.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Ah, god damn it! Why do I always lose out on this fucking track?
Right, race is over. Good job.
Ah.
Take it easy indeed, lab.
Good racing, man. It would be nice if it's just I wouldn't constantly have a streak of ending up. Oh, hello there. Bonk. But I guess you just didn't rage quit the server before the end, considering you were there for 16 minutes. Oh man, it's a bit annoying to end up 6th. You start 5th and you lose a position. Despite everything that happens. And it's not the first time I've like ended up on the losing side, although it's a bit less close than last time. And last time it was for a freaking win. It was this close on this track. Guy passed me around the outside of the final corner. Because I got slide wheel spin out of it, that was enough for the Porsche to just go. Oh yeah, that explains why you ended up behind me, because I think at the end disconnected like 8 minutes or so remaining. It was so fucking close. And he was starting to fucking buckle under the pressure, but it just wasn't enough. Again. Ah! Like, they always just have that fucking last edge. It's just... It's starting to fucking annoy me. They have good pace already. They don't need fucking additional advantages. Come on. They have enough pace, all of them. It's getting annoying when they also have like, well, their strategy works well, everything else works fucking well for them as well. It's not just that works well. They all want to do practice for Valencia on the weekend. I just want to call it a night. I feel like I've been run over by a truck or something. Old Porsche, even older Porsche, new Porsche. Alright, because for some reason downloaded the livery files. I love this thing quite a little bit, but at the end of the day, could have submitted that one. That's the one I drive. Not the spooky. I mean, the cool livery, but unfortunately it is tainted. So I shall continue using this one again. As the Evo was... Again, I really like this, how this livery came together. But I'm effectively stroking my own ego right now. And this is this work in progress that I fucking still haven't finished. Needs more colors. okay. The opening that came and causes my game to freeze. Okay, somebody had submitted a delivery and it's trying to resolve it. Must L grip runners, I guess they never raced really. But I have the delivery files and everything laying around. Porsche cap. Old Porsche cap. Actually, we can just... How does it look on the new Porsche cap? Oh, it is... That doesn't look as good with that livery layout. Design 7 is really good in this, that car, but like Design 7 here is horrible. That looks sort of interesting. It's not terrible. That's terrible. Okay-ish. Acceptable, I guess. Design 5 is probably the best for the new Porsche. See the new... Hey, does it have different light bars or only one? Oh, it has different light bar designs. There aren't any useful ones. This one's the only one that's useful. Alright, and who had been here earlier? Oh yeah, everyone has technically checked the freaking replay. I need to stop the game again. It pinged me mid race. Okay, he's entering the scam first. Technically, I could have launched it without VR, so we could have looked at data properly. Whatever, this works well enough. The pings have come over here. So that wall is open. Let's see. What's that? I mean, we could watch a few cases where we got overtaken, I guess, but like... Right, he's wide here. I guess he retired relatively early after this. He's contact force, slow, and I come by and he's just like, nope, gonna come into the pits instead. Don't see a reason why there's an issue here. So he's laughing right now in no man's land. Goes up to this back marker here. Or tell me he got a disconnect. Because at this point I just haven't seen anything that could lead me to believe why he's just quit. Okay, he gets oversteered there. What else? New water's wet. Okay, this is making even less sense. He just suddenly pulls over and parks. Maybe he forgot that he had a date today and he's just like, oh shit. Before my wife rips my head off, I have to quit now. I'm probably still got his head ripped off. Poor guy. Hope he had some sewing material to sew it back on. Some needle and thread. Yeah, both of these guys ended up fucking beating me, and I had to control completely, and it just went away from me. I guess we can watch the final lap again. He just put a really good defense up, and there's just nothing I could answer in the end. It sucks. I just got fucking unlucky on like a galactic level. It's annoying, but it's just, it is what it is, unfortunately. I had to check up there and then just like go this way, go that way, nothing is open. He just places the car perfectly here. I give him a slight bump there, which helps him, then try to go around the outside, that just doesn't work. And despite him getting massive oversteer, he just got away with it in the end. Just wasn't quite in the position to profiteer of it. Alright. I guess that's about it from the replay. I mean, it can only get worse if I load up LFM, so I might as well just not do it. Although I do need to do some more test driving for the different cars, alright. So yeah, go figure. I do need to do more driving. Alright. Ah! Headset, will you kindly monster cable then? Fucking headset, come on cable. Sometimes the physics of this does not make sense, right? It is a the inside of a zip tie, and the cable should slide on it. Right? It slides along the inside of the zip tie and it just moves. But sometimes it just doesn't, and you just then pull it and get up. Just go, It's really fun when that happens. And other times the thing just doesn't, just pulls away too easy through. When it pulls out, it just doesn't fucking get pulled back. Because I use that, but effectively I have zip tie around my headset cable, and then I have what's this? I don't know the English term of them, but like, I guess I can make the noise that thing makes. Yes, the opener. Those things, like climbing and stuff. I have that, and that locks my cable in there to stop it from fleeing. Instead of locking it inside of that thing, because that's actually way too dangerous for squeezing the cable. Squeezing the zip tie, less of a problem, so it's just to lock the zip tie in there and slot the zip tie. So no damage to the cable upon insertion and removal. The advantage is that the cable is taken care of and runs always over my shoulder on the right. So that deals with the problem. Okay then. Good night, everyone. Bye bye.